Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we have a truly remarkable topic to delve into: the life, legacy and enduring impact of one of history's most influential voices, Alexander Solzhenitsyn. From the depths of the Soviet Gulag to the pages of his groundbreaking works, Solzhenitsyn's journey is one of courage, resilience and the unwavering pursuit of truth. So grab a seat, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's dive into the captivating story of Alexander Solzhenitsyn. Alexander Solzhenitsyn, born on December 11, 1918 in Kislovodsk, Russia, emerged as one of the most prominent literary figures of the 20th century. His life was profoundly shaped by his experiences as a soldier in World War II and as a political prisoner within the Gulag system. Arrested in 1945 for writing derogatory remarks about Stalin in private letters, Solzhenitsyn was sentenced to 8 years in the labor camps. Solzhenitsyn's time in the Gulag provided him with first-hand insight into the system's brutalities, the degradation of human dignity, and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable suffering. During his imprisonment, he secretly documented the horrors he witnessed and the stories of his fellow prisoners. These clandestine writings formed the basis of his later works, in which he strove to shed light on the hidden truths of the Gulag and expose the injustices inflicted upon its victims. The labor camps within the Gulag system were characterized by a grim and dehumanizing environment, where the very essence of humanity was stripped away, and survival became an agonizing struggle. The conditions prisoners endured were intentionally designed to break their spirit, erode their physical well-being, and annihilate any sense of individuality. Overcrowding was a hallmark of the Gulag camps. Inadequate infrastructure and the relentless influx of new prisoners led to cramped and unsanitary living conditions. Barracks designed for a fraction of the inmates housed scores of prisoners, leading to an almost complete absence of personal space. Bunks were often stacked one on top of the other, leaving little room to move. Hygiene was a luxury prisoners could hardly afford. With limited access to water, sanitation facilities were grossly insufficient. Inmates had to endure the stench of unwashed bodies, disease and vermin infestations. The absence of proper hygiene aggravated health problems and fostered an environment conducive to the spread of infections. Basic necessities such as clothing, shoes and blankets were often scarce. Many prisoners had to endure the extreme cold of Russian winters with insufficient protection. The lack of even the most rudimentary items added to the prisoners' physical discomfort and emotional distress. Malnutrition was rampant due to the inadequate food provided. Starvation was a daily reality for many, as the rationed meals were barely enough to sustain life. The lack of proper nutrition led to skeletal figures, weakened immune systems, and a host of health complications. Alexander Solzhenitsyn's writings vividly captured the human capacity for resilience, hope, and solidarity within the Gulag. In his works, such as One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich and the Gulag Archipelago, he portrayed characters who, despite enduring the most extreme circumstances, displayed remarkable strength of character and an unwavering will to survive. Solzhenitsyn's characters often clung to the smallest glimmers of hope: a ray of sunlight, a kind gesture, or a fleeting moment of beauty, to sustain them through the darkness. These moments of hope served as a testament to the human ability to find meaning and purpose even in the bleakest of environments. Furthermore, Solzhenitsyn highlighted the power of solidarity and the capacity for connection among prisoners. His characters demonstrated an innate ability to form deep bonds and offer support to one another, defying the oppressive regime's attempts to isolate and weaken them. Through these relationships, Solzhenitsyn emphasized the strength that can be found in collective resilience and the shared quest for humanity. Two of Alexander Solzhenitsyn's most impactful works that vividly depict life within the Gulag system are One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich and the Gulag Archipelago. These literary masterpieces provide unparalleled insight into the horrors of the camps and the indomitable human spirit that endured despite the circumstances. In One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich, Solzhenitsyn focuses on a single day in the life of Ivan Denisovich Shukov, a prisoner in a Soviet labor camp. The novel meticulously chronicles Shukov's experiences, emotions, and interactions as he navigates the grueling routine of forced labor, deprivation, and dehumanization. Through this microcosmic portrayal, Solzhenitsyn captures the essence of the broader Gulag experience. Solzhenitsyn's writings had a profound impact on public perception, both within the Soviet Union and internationally. One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich was a watershed moment, offering a rare glimpse into the harsh reality of the camps. It resonated with readers across the world, evoking empathy and prompting critical examination of the Soviet regime's practices. The Gulag archipelago shattered the facade of Soviet infallibility, revealing the extent of state-sanctioned brutality. Its publication led to a surge of public awareness both within the Soviet Union and globally. In 1953, after spending nearly a decade in the Gulag, Alexander Solzhenitsyn's ordeal came to an end. His release was facilitated by the political thaw following the death of Joseph Stalin. Solzhenitsyn's experiences within the labor camps had left an indelible mark on him, shaping his worldview, his literary mission, and his determination to expose the truth behind the Iron Curtain. Upon his release, Solzhenitsyn faced numerous challenges in rebuilding his life. He was faced with the stigma attached to his status as a former political prisoner, making it difficult to find employment or pursue a normal life. However, he remained steadfast in his commitment to writing and continued to document the horrors of the Gulag system. Despite the risks, he managed to circulate his writings through underground channels, slowly building a reputation as a dissident writer. In 1970, Solzhenitsyn was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature for his uncompromising and courageous literary works that exposed the Soviet regime's human rights abuses. He became the first Soviet citizen to receive this prestigious honor. In 1974, Solzhenitsyn's monumental work, The Gulag Archipelago, was published in the West. The Soviet authorities, infuriated by the exposure of their brutal practices, responded by forcibly exiling him from the country. Solzhenitsyn settled in the United States, where he continued to write and engage in public discourse. After the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991, Solzhenitsyn returned to Russia. He was welcomed back as a national hero and a symbol of resistance against tyranny. Despite his return, his views on political and social matters often generated controversy and debates within Russian society. Solzhenitsyn's Russian citizenship was reinstated and he settled in Moscow. He continued to write prolifically, addressing a range of topics including historical reflections, moral concerns, and the challenges facing post-Soviet Russia. On August 3, 2008, the world bid farewell to Alexander Solzhenitsyn, a towering figure of literature and a courageous advocate for truth and human rights. Solzhenitsyn's passing marked the end of a remarkable life journey that encompassed personal struggle, literary achievement, and an unwavering commitment to revealing the realities of oppression and totalitarianism. And that's the inspiring journey of Alexander Solzhenitsyn. His legacy reminds us that even in the darkest times, truth and courage can prevail. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe for more enlightening content. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep learning and keep making a difference.